over 16,000 WWE Universe as we are here live in Atlanta, Georgia for this return to WWE 2K Universe mode here on LyonsGamez. As Triple H says, "Are you ready? Let's go." And we are live and in living color once again here for WWE 2K Universe here on LyonsGamez. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is Dan and I'll be commentating all the matches here tonight for Monday Night Raw. And we decided we are continuing from Backlash as we begin the road to the Money in the Bank Premium Live event. However, we've been hearing rumors speculating around this individual. John Cena is here in Atlanta, Georgia. John Cena has asked for this time to begin Monday Night Raw. What are the rumors stirring around with John Cena? I mean, looking at the shirt he is wearing here tonight, it seems to me that the last time is now. And I mean, John Cena has always been known for never giving up, but there comes a time, of course, in anyone's career where you have to say the end is near. John Cena here is in Atlanta, Georgia. Wonder what Dr. Thugonomics, the leader of the C Nation, the greatest of all times, John Cena is here. Well, I personally did not expect John Cena to be mentioning about ending his career. We all know that John Cena has had history of ups and downs. He has had his fair shares of tough battles and downfalls, but he never gave up. Well, it seems to me that John Cena is announcing a retirement in the future. We don't know exactly when his last date will be, but the end of John Cena is coming to an end. So he's issuing an open challenge at Money in the Bank to anyone in the back who wants to step up to John Cena. And it seems to me we are beginning the John Cena retirement tour, ladies and gentlemen. This is very unexpected, but I do wish him best wishes throughout until the end. But for now, we start Monday Night Raw here tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, what a way to start us off here for this return episode of Universe Mode, as John Cena announcing the beginning of the John Cena Retirement Tour. And that will begin at Money in the Bank. Who will step up to John Cena? Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin the road to the Money in the Bank Premium Live event, you know what that means. We have qualification matches to begin, as Sami Zayn will about to take on a man who took Sami Zayn out in the ring at Backlash. Now, of course, it's been a very long time since the last time you've seen Universe Mode here on this channel. However, it was at Backlash where Aleister Black made an appearance, and he took out Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out to the ring and said that he was looking for competition. He knows that he has an opportunity to qualify for Money in the Bank, but in order to do so, he's got to face against Aleister Black, who makes his in-ring return here tonight on Monday Night Raw. This is going to be very, very interesting. Sami Zayn has a dark entity in front of him in Aleister Black. But Sami Zayn, he knows that he can get inside his own head at times, but he's got to be on every move of Aleister Black here tonight for this opening round of qualification matches for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And if you guys remember my old series, my old Universe Mode series, I did call Aleister Black once the Prince of Darkness. And once again, he emerges here on Monday Night Raw. Now, I just want to say, I will do my best with Universe Mode. It's been quite some time. I thought it was going to be the end of an era of the LyonsGamez Universe Mode, but I figured I would come ahead and just try it again one more time here on the channel. Of course, here on LyonsGamez, you're going to see a lot of gameplays. You're going to see my unboxings. We're going to do a little bit of everything here on the channel. And Universe Mode is slowly going to make a comeback. And I hope you guys do enjoy this return episode, because I got some storylines planned and ready to go as Aleister Black is making his way to the ring here tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. My question is, who will step up to John Cena at Money in the Bank? Aleister Black awaiting to begin this match as he takes on Sami Zayn. And the winner will move on to the Money in the Bank, the men's side of things, of course. We will have women's qualification matches to come as well, but not tonight. We have two co-main event matches, ladies and gentlemen. Two triple threats, as we will determine the #1 contender next week for the World Heavyweight Championship. The winner will face Gunther at Money in the Bank. And Sami Zayn and Aleister Black one-on-one for the first time ever in a LyonsGamez Universe Mode series, as these two tie up here in the ring. Referee Chad Patton watching in. There's Aleister Black trying to take the numbers advantage here in this match. I guess the advantage, not really numbers, but you know what I mean. The one-on-one. But like I said, Sami Zayn may get in his head at some point in his matches. However, he's got to stay on guard here against Aleister Black. But Aleister Black, of course, making a return here to a LyonsGamez Universe Mode series. It's been a while since we've seen the Prince of Darkness. In my old series, he did take on The Undertaker, and that was very impressive. It was more passing the torch from The Undertaker to Aleister Black at that time. But now Sami Zayn in complete control against the Prince of Darkness. Now Sami Zayn has a hold of Black against the rope here. What's Zayn looking to do? Zayn tossing Black to the outside through the middle rope. As Sami Zayn firing up here in Atlanta, Georgia. Up and over, taking out Black. Now Sami Zayn standing strong here. He's got the WWE Universe behind him here tonight. Sami Zayn wants to get himself up into a title scene. And what a way to do that than win the Money in the Bank ladder match. But of course, this is our first qualification match. We don't know who else will be a part of that ladder match. I mean, with the Money in the briefcase, if you win, you basically have a guaranteed shot, an opportunity, and when you have the briefcase, you can take any advantage that you want. Of course, in real life time, you know, the Rated R Superstar Edge, or even RVD, just a few names to mention across the board with Money in the Bank. You can surprise your opponent at any time, whoever the champion is, or you can even announce it. But when you have that briefcase, you are guaranteed a title opportunity. Will Sami Zayn be able to climb the ladder if he wins this match and retrieve that briefcase? Or will even the Prince of Darkness have an opportunity himself. But right now, I would say in this match, Sami Zayn is taking the toll, but Aleister Black with a counter, dropping Zayn to his back right in the center of the ring off the top rope. And I'll roll up there by Black into the cover. 1, and a kick out at 1. Aleister Black now. Legs wrapped around the neck with the back elbow strikes. This is a very interesting matchup. Similar fighting styles between these two, but the quickness of Sami Zayn and the agility of Aleister Black. Now face first in that turnbuckle. Excuse me, now Sami Zayn has a hold of Black with a nice scoop slam. Now Sami Zayn back on his feet. He's looking for a senton. Connected with that reverse senton, as you will. Now Sami Zayn sending Black in the corner once again. Go on. Vintage Sami Zayn here on the outside. Oh my god. That tornado DDT right through that second rope. Shades of NXT. Sami Zayn. Vintage Zayn here in Atlanta, Georgia, doing whatever he can do to put away Aleister Black. Now inside the ring goes Black. And ladies and gentlemen, I can also tell you here tonight in Atlanta, Georgia, we will see the Women's World Championship on the line as Rhea Ripley will defend the gold against the man Becky Lynch. That will be a very interesting match to see who will be the one to be on top of the women's division. Becky Lynch believes she should be Women's World Champion. But of course, Mommy is always on top, or will that be the case at the end of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw? We'll find out later. As Sami Zayn trying to fight back against Aleister here with the chop slaps. That just hurts my chest watching. And Aleister Black with Zayn back in the corner. Boom, face first in the corner there with that forearm smash. And Aleister up and over with a moonsault, no connection as Zayn caught him from behind here. Went for that suplex, but a counter. There's a running knee strike to the face of Zayn. Back and forth between these two. These two know each other quite well already. First time ever between these two. In the corner, again, the opposite side of the ring. I thought Zayn was maybe looking for a haluva kick, but the double knees to the face by Black. And a running drop kick by Zayn. Counter after counter. Zayn is on fire here on Monday Night Raw. And again with the chop slaps. Adding insult to injury here. Nice arm drag takedown there by Zayn. But Aleister caught him. Looking. What a brain buster suplex cover here. And a kick out before the 1 count. Zayn with the heart kicking out. And you can hear the Atlanta crowd on their feet for Sami Zayn. Will that help him with the motivation in this match to defeat Black and move on to Money in the Bank? And Sami Zayn got caught again. Aleister Black again with the strikes. And the double knees again to the face. What a maneuver there by Aleister. I mean, Aleister Black doesn't want to take a loss here in his in-ring return to Monday Night Raw. But Sami Zayn, again, has his intentions set. He wants to finally kind of just turn his career and head up to the world title scene. But Sami Zayn, he's got a lot to prove here tonight against Aleister Black. Back and forth they go again. Sami Zayn caught. And the double foot stop there. Shades of Finn Balor. Taking a move out of Finn Balor's playbook there by Aleister Black. Man, how would you like to see Finn Balor and Aleister Black one? That would be a very interesting matchup in the future. And of course, we are going to continue focusing on the present right here As Sami Zayn still knocked out on ringside. Finally getting up to his feet there. And count of 3 there is Aleister Black. Oh, nice counter there by Sami Zayn. Zayn getting back inside the ring, breaking the count of 10 at 5 there. And now Zayn sending Black against the rope, but counter by Black here. And again with the strikes in the corner. You can see that this match has taken a toll on both men. No one is giving up just yet in this matchup. And again, that running knee strike by Black. Now seizing an opportunity, calling him up to his feet. Are we going to see a Black mask? But Aleister Black up top. And again, the double knee. Zayn caught him. Now Zayn sending Black into the corner. Are we going to see a haluva kick? Zayn with an opportunity. There's a haluva kick. And Aleister Black is busted open, but instead of going for a pin, Sami Zayn, I think he's... Is he getting into his head? I think he's just trying to be a little cocky here. He could have gone for the pin. This match could have been over. But Sami Zayn wants to put away Black. Probably after what happened at Backlash. Aleister Black laying waste to Zayn in the ring. And this time, with the superplex to the top. Is that too much? Is Zayn just in over his head here? And Black with a counter here. Again, looking for the brain buster suplex. And the clothesline. Zayn knocked out by the clothesline. As Black up and over. Calling Zayn to his feet. And an elbow drop, no connection. Aleister Black. Zayn hit the referee. There's the knee strike to the head. That spinning knee. And Aleister Black with a bloody head and all. There's a double foot stomp across the chest in the cover. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. And like I said, I believe Sami Zayn was in over his head a little too much. And that costed him this opportunity to go to Money in the Bank. But Aleister Black, he wasn't having any intentions in losing his return matchup to Universe Mode. What a match between these two, and what a way to begin Monday Night Raw for in-ring action. I can see Sami Zayn shaking his head in disbelief that he should have ended the match after the haluva kick. I mean, Zayn, that was kind of your own fault there, my friend, but in the end, Aleister Black rise to the occasion. And Aleister Black is the first man to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. But as Aleister Black is celebrating inside the ring here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that we have a interview backstage with none other than Paul Heyman.
Here is your winner, Aleister Black.
Well, would you consider this to be a new era here for LyonsGamez? It seems to me that Paul Heyman has found a new advocate in Braun Breaker. Sorry, Alicia, for talking over, but I couldn't keep my eyes away from knowing that Braun Breaker is the new advocate for Paul Heyman, but more on that next week as we will see the Intercontinental Championship be defended. But ladies and gentlemen, the man has come around once again for Monday Night Raw, and it looks like she has a new attitude here, especially a new theme song, as you will too. For Becky Lynch, she has an opportunity to claim back some gold around her waist. We know that in the old Universe Mode series here in LyonsGamez, she once held the SmackDown's Women's Championship. But Becky Lynch, she wants to send a message to Rhea Ripley that when the man comes around, especially here on Monday Night Raw, that Becky Lynch should be on top. But as Rhea Ripley always says, mommy's on top. But we'll find out at the end of this match tonight who is the deserving women's champion. This has WrestleMania vibes written all over it. But here in Hotlanta, Georgia, at the State Farm Arena, will we see a new Women's World Champion in Becky Lynch? Like I said, I find that we're kind of in a mix of a new era to begin here on Monday Night Raw, despite that it's been a while since we've had Universe Mode here on this channel. But what can come out of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I assure that if we keep rolling, things might be different on Raw and SmackDown. But here comes Mommy! Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Champion, is here tonight. The dominant factor of the women's division. She has the title. That says everything. But her and Becky Lynch, they are going to fight here tonight. I assure that the rest of the women's locker room backstage will be watching this match up and close to see who will be next in line, potentially, after this matchup. But of course, the beginning of tonight's episode, John Cena arriving here, announcing his retirement tour. We don't know officially his last date, but of course, we will know that John Cena will be in action at Money in the Bank, a return premium live event, ladies and gentlemen. Who will step up to the greatest of all times at Money in the Bank? And of course, just moments ago, speaking of Money in the Bank, Aleister Black basically earning a shot at the ladder match after defeating Sami Zayn. And also next week, we can say that we will see the Intercontinental Championship defended as Sheamus takes on Braun Breaker. Now, when I started this new series about like 7 months ago in real life time, we know that Sheamus defeated Braun Breaker to become the inaugural Intercontinental Champion. And in that Backlash, he defeated Solo Sikoa.
And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Now this is just a proclaimer about my Universe Mode series. I know I'm not the best commentator, but we will do our best to have some fun with it. And it's not going to always be around, but I will do my best. Of course, like I said, this channel, we're going to do a little bit of everything moving forward. And come 2026, I feel like this channel, good things will happen with this channel. As Rhea Ripley believes that good things will happen tonight if she can defend her title against Becky. But I I don't know. There's a different atmosphere in the air with Becky Lynch here tonight. New attitude, new attire, new theme song. Is it time for her to become the new Women's World Champion here tonight? We'll find out. By Rhea Ripley going after Becky here. There's a big boot by pulling the arm as Rhea Ripley calling her up onto her feet. Strikes there, but counter by Becky. Becky from behind. Up and over has Rhea on the shoulders, but Rhea with the counter. Now Rhea went for a power slam possibly. Oh, there it is. I didn't know what she was doing exactly. And now Rhea Ripley up top. Went for the body splash, but Becky moved out of the way. And now Becky going after the leg of Rhea Ripley, trying to take away the stance of the champion. But a nice takedown there by Mommy. Now with the cover. And Jessica Carr is our official referee of this match. This Women's Championship match. Like I said, this match has WrestleMania vibes written all over it. And Rhea Ripley with the foot stomps across the chest of the man. Rhea Ripley trying to just use her power over Becky Lynch. But Becky has the quickness with the cover here again. And a kick out at one by Rhea. Now Becky looking for that leg drop again. That double leg drop. Nice counter there by Becky, trying to stand her ground, and now showing off to the Hotlanta, Georgia crowd here tonight. But Rhea out of nowhere caught her by surprise. But Becky with another counter, punch it to the face there. Now up and over again this time, but no, Rhea again just countering it. I mean, Becky, I'm surprised Becky can actually get Mommy on top of her shoulders like that. You can see the dominant size. I mean, a lot of people do compare Rhea Ripley to like a modern day China. But of course, Rhea Ripley doesn't want to be the next China. She wants to be the first Rhea Ripley. She is here to do her thing. And she wants to be dominant against Becky here tonight. What can Rhea Ripley do now? But after that, Becky trying to get herself back in this match. Up and over. And Rhea caught her by surprise with a drop kick, sending the man to the outside. And things can get nasty on the outside here as Rhea on top. We don't really see her on top of the rope like this. There's a drop kick to the outside, but Becky dodged it, excuse me. A knee to the face there by Rhea. I believe Becky might have been cracked open on her head there. From my view here, it looks like that Becky's head was bounced off the steel steps with those punches. And yeah, I can see that there's a gash on the forehead of Becky Lynch. This does not look good. Hopefully the referee doesn't call this match off with Becky's forehead bleeding. But that won't stop Becky from becoming Women's World Champion. That will just bring out the fire inside her. And these two are just back and forth with each other, still on the outside here. That inverted suplex on the barricade. Ow, that's gotta hurt. You can see everyone in the front row here tonight on their feet for Becky Lynch or even Rhea Ripley. I mean, no love or hate between these two here tonight. And Becky, what was she looking for there? But Rhea caught her now. Again, back and forth. Now Rhea sends Becky against the ropes with a huge power slam center of the ring there. Very beautiful counter. And now Rhea laying on top of Becky. And here come the head strikes right into that open wound of Becky on the forehead. Just adding more damage to the already injured area. And now Becky caught her. Becky looking for that inverted, I have no idea what you call this, but maybe like a face plant of some sort. Now got caught there again by the strikes. What a suplex there by the man. Into that inverted, what was it called? I can't, the crucifix, sorry, no pin. Excuse me. I'm still learning here, everybody. That's okay. And then Becky just, again, going with that leg drop. Now Rhea up and over. Has Becky on her shoulder, but counter there by Becky. Got caught there with a roll-up. What a cover here. And a kick out before the 1 count. I have to say I'm very impressed with these two right now in this matchup. They know what's on the line. The Women's World Championship. Who will be the rightful champion? Oh my God. Becky just got tossed like 10 feet across the ring, outside the ring there. And Rhea going up and over, but no counter. With Becky again, trying to keep her down on the outside. These two are just bringing a beat down on one another. I would say this match definitely, I would love to see this at like a premium live event, but we're getting that here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Now, Becky Lynch up and over. Rhea Ripley back to her feet. Oh, bit of a mistake, as you will, there by Becky, but countering it with the suplex from behind. Now Becky in complete control once again here for the moment being of this matchup. Sending Rhea against the ropes. And a nice arm drag takedown. And now working the lower back. Trying to take away the strength of the champion. Again, Becky utilizing those double leg drops again. And a cover this time. Will this be it? 1, 2, no, and a kick out at 1, nearing a 2. And it looked like that Jessica Carr just slapped Rhea in the face, but Becky just showing off to the champion here. Trying to get her in her head. Now Rhea with the counter here. Body shot, and a third body shot there. Went for that big boot, but Becky countered. And Becky just trying to fight back, but there's a clothesline by Rhea. And into the cover. Could this be it? Probably not, but Becky kicking out at 1. You gotta see the look on their faces. What do they have to do to put away each other in this match? As Becky sends Rhea up and over on top. And Becky. This does not look good for Rhea Ripley. From the top, there's the suplex from the top, the Beck's floater. What a matchup, my friends. You can hear the Hotlanta, Georgia crowd on their feet. There's a manhandle slam. That has to be it. New champion. 1, 2, and no, and mommy kicks out. You can't. You just saw that, right? Becky Lynch can't believe it. Oh, what the hell? What the hell, Becky? Becky taking out the referee. You gotta be kidding me. Becky Lynch just took out Jessica Carr. As Becky trying to take out Rhea on the outside. The referee's down. There's no stopping this match right now. There's no countouts or anything because Jessica Carr is laying wasted on the mat after being taken out by Becky Lynch. And Becky just exposed 2 of the turnbuckles. But Rhea back on her feet. Rhea going after Becky. There's the knee to the face again. We saw that earlier on the outside. What a match this is. I don't think the ref has noticed the 2 exposed turnbuckles. Becky sending Rhea into the 1. Becky looking to cheat to win possibly here tonight. Not the way I expected, but like I said, it seems to me that Becky has a new attitude. Now counter there by Rhea. But Becky with a forearm smash, taking out the champion. Becky going up top. Looking for the moonsault, no counter. Rhea with the kick to the chest, and Rhea fired up. Rhea caught Becky, center of the ring. This has to be it. Riptide, come on, Rhea. Where's the ref? And the ref was distracted by the turnbuckle. Rhea can't believe her eyes. That should have been a 3 count. Becky from behind. That can't be. Rhea should have won this match. But the distraction by the exposed turnbuckle caused the referee not to hit the count. And Rhea, what does she have to do? There's the knee strike to the face, taking out Becky. Rhea Ripley with the driving elbow. And Becky in trouble now. You can see the blood coming down Rhea's face as well. This match is taking control on both of these top talented females here on Raw. And Becky again hooking up Rhea. Face plant. And again, Becky just trying to find out what she can do. Rhea with the strength. And face first against the ropes. Into the cover. Could this be it? 1. No, and a kick out before the 1 count. My goodness. What can they do? And up and over. What a slam there by Rhea. Now Rhea just stomping on the lower back, showing off her strength, teasing the WWE Universe here tonight. Mommy putting on a show, but so is Becky. And Rhea up top. There's a body splash, no countered. Landing straight on her stomach, but with another roll up by Becky. Is this it? 1, 2. No, and Rhea fights out of it. As I saw this match on paper, I knew that this match would be a highlight reel matchup. Definitely match of the night here tonight so far between these two. And another kick out before the 1 count. Becky not giving up this match, nor is Rhea Ripley. Will we see a new champion? Will Rhea continue her dominance? Becky again with the strikes. Sending Rhea back in the corner. Counter by Rhea. And again, counter by Becky. Back in the corner they go. Up and over. And we saw this earlier. Becky looking for that back suplex, that back exploder. Again, from the top. Crashing down. Now Rhea, the back. I feel the pain in the back of Rhea Ripley right now. And the chop slap, the strikes. Becky laying everything on the line here tonight. And I'm just stomping on the chest of Rhea Ripley. Now counter by Rhea into the corner. Becky in trouble. No one's giving up in this match. Becky with the counter here. Face first goes Rhea. Now Becky again with the strikes. Got caught there. And it's a clothesline. What is Becky doing here? Counter by Rhea. Ooh, what a strike. And Becky with the strike. Out of nowhere. Manhandle slam again. This has to be it. 1, 2, 3, and wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell did we just witness? We just witnessed an incredible matchup between two of the top females here on Monday Night Raw. My goodness. I mean, like I did say, Becky Lynch, new theme song, new attitude, new style, and now she's walking out of Atlanta, Georgia as the new Women's World Champion. And even the crowd here can't believe their eyes. They did not expect this to happen. Becky Lynch, she tried to cheat to win by exposing 2 turnbuckles midway of this matchup. She kicked out of a riptide. But Rhea did kick out of a manhandle slam earlier in this match. But in the end, out of nowhere, one more manhandle slam to put away Mommy. And now the man is on top. She is on top of the women's division here on Monday Night Raw. And she is your new Women's World Champion.
Here is your winner.
What a friggin' matchup, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to hear from the Raw General Manager, Adam Pearce, when we come back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's co-main event time. 2 triple threat matches, and the winners will face each other next week to determine Gunther's #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. And here comes one of 3 participants here in this matchup tonight. It is Shinsuke Nakamura. It's been a while since we've seen Shinsuke Nakamura in a LyonsGamez Universe Mode series.
Is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan. Weighing in at 220 pounds. Shinsuke Nakamura.
But the thing is, Shinsuke Nakamura has quite the battle in front of him here tonight in this matchup. He's got 2 individuals who do want to redeem themselves. One of them is Drew McIntyre. Now, of course, when I started this new series like months ago, that Drew McIntyre defeated Randy Orton at WWE Backlash in the last man standing match. And of course, in my original series, I used to have Roman Reigns, who also is in this first triple threat match, was one of the longest reigning Universal Champions. Shinsuke Nakamura in my old series, he did have a match at SummerSlam in my older series. Shinsuke Nakamura took on Edge at SummerSlam in a last man standing match. That was interesting. Shinsuke Nakamura even invaded Edge's home at one point. I do remember that. Here comes the Scottish Warrior. Scottish psychopath. A man who I believe should be world champion once again in my universe mode. Actually, if I recall, I don't think he even was world champion at any point. I always said that he was going to be world champion. Oh no, he was world champion. Sorry, in my old series at SummerSlam, he defeated Bobby Lashley. But yeah, Drew McIntyre. I mean, he's coming into this match with a purpose and an intent. But whoever wins this match and our other triple threat match following this one will face each other next week to determine the #1 contender.
Weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
I want to be a betting man, and I want to put my money either on Drew McIntyre or Roman Reigns. I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura, I'm sorry, my friend, but you got more to prove into this match than anything. But these two guys, Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre, they are going to tear each other apart in this triple threat match. And I find that only one of them can move on. Whoever wins this match and the winner of our next triple threat will face each other next week to face Gunther at Money in the Bank. Now, I'm very surprised to hear that Dominic Mysterio is giving up his World Tag Team title to Finn Balor. Finn Balor, he had an opportunity to become the world champion at Backlash against Gunther. However, I feel Dominic Mysterio, he wants to kind of seek other opportunities, so giving the tag team title to Finn Balor, so Finn Balor is now a champion. Random? Okay. But I hope everyone is standing on their feet with their fingers to the skies high for your OTC, Roman Reigns.
At 65 pounds, the OTC Roman Reigns.
Which is very interesting because Roman Reigns is no longer accompanied by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is now the advocate for the self-proclaimed next Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, and that is official, ladies and gentlemen. Next episode of Monday Night Raw, we will see the Intercontinental Championship be defended as Sheamus takes on Braun Breaker. But this is a new Braun Breaker. This is the new advocate, or new client for Paul Heyman. But what will we see next episode of Raw? Who will contend for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship? We will find out tonight. This is our co-main event. Triple threat #1. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I do acknowledge Roman Reigns, the OTC. Fingers up to the sky high as Roman Reigns. He has his purpose, he has his intent as well. It was interesting because just in the next matchup, a man that Roman Reigns teamed up with at Backlash, Seth freaking Rollins, will be competing against Randy Orton and CM Punk. But is Randy Orton even 100% ready for this matchup? Or is even Drew McIntyre after that last man standing match? Of course, in-game time is probably like the day before. But of course, in real life time, it's been like 7 months. But here comes Roman Reigns. I'm excited for this match, everybody. This co-main event, Roman Reigns just stepping outside and letting Drew and Nakamura do their thing. Chad Patton is our referee for this triple threat match #1. I can thank Adam Pearce for putting these matches together here tonight for Monday Night Raw here in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I wonder if Roman will actually get in this match. As I was just saying, he is now officially in this match after watching on. And now going after McIntyre. Now, Uranagi side slam there by Roman. And of course, Roman will just do whatever to pick up the scraps of this matchup. And now roll up by McIntyre, cover by Chad Patton here, one, and a kick out, or a save made by Nakamura there, excuse me. Now Roman just punching the air. I don't know what he was doing there. Going for a back suplex, but Nakamura caught him. Now Roman, McIntyre bringing a steel chair into this match. Of course, there are no countouts or disqualifications in a triple threat match. Anything can go. And of course, it seems like Drew McIntyre will do whatever he can to find his way through this match. Kick out at one there by McIntyre. Nakamura went for the knee strike. And Roman caught him in the corner. Got a hold of him in the corner there. Now McIntyre looking for that suplex. Belly to belly, that massive big suplex there. It seems to me that the Atlanta, Georgia crowd is not on their feet for Drew McIntyre at all here tonight. They're looking for their OTC to win this match. Now Roman has a hold of McIntyre, sending him back to the far corner against the referee. Went for that big boot opportunity. Ooh, a nice takedown there by McIntyre. There's a steel chair shot by Nakamura. And again, Nakamura just waving that chair around, trying to go after anyone with it. And now Roman with the counter against McIntyre here. And just throwing the chair at McIntyre. Nakamura with the cover, but Roman making a save here. And Roman swinging for the fences with those strikes. There's a knee strike to Nakamura. And has a hold of McIntyre from behind. Powerbomb there. That spin out powerbomb. Now Roman going after with the headbutt. But he got caught by Nakamura. Inverted suplex. Almost face first onto that steel chair. Now, this match is very hard to tell early in who will move on to next week's #1 contender match. Now, Roman Reigns went for that big boot. Drew McIntyre just said, no, thank you. Now, again, in the corner goes McIntyre. There's a clothesline by the OTC. And just like that, Nakamura again throwing the chair, this time at Roman. Nakamura just playing dirty here, throwing chairs around. That uppercut there by Roman. And again, looking for a single arm powerbomb. Nakamura's head just missed the steel chair there. Now Nakamura looking for some power of his own, but countered by Roman. And McIntyre from behind, not too far again with that massive suplex. Into the cover here. Could this be at one and a kick out before, or a save made, sorry. See, the thing with triple threats, they're very hard to call sometimes because the action is just so quick. I mean, even fatal four-ways as well, but we'll do our best. And Roman went for an elbow drop to nobody. And again, the uppercut by Roman trying to fight back here against Nakamura. Will we see a double team opportunity, but McIntyre is going after Roman now. And again, that huge belly-to-belly just tossing Roman across the ring. McIntyre has a hold of Nakamura, pulling the arm against the rope there. A big boot taking out Roman. McIntyre standing alone here. A counter there by Roman that ends Agiri. And Roman sending Nakamura against the ropes one more time. Up and over for a Samoan drop. And McIntyre in trouble. Oh, well, I thought McIntyre was going to be taken out there, but McIntyre trying to play mind games between both men here. And a cover as Roman tied up against the ropes. And almost a near fall as Nakamura kicking out at 2.5. And up and over on the shoulders. McIntyre in trouble. Roman countered with a standing Uranagi once again. This time to McIntyre. And again, Nakamura succeeded DDT by Roman. Who's going to pull through out of this co-main event, the triple threat match number 1. There goes the steel chair alongside Roman to the outside. McIntyre went for a diving clothesline, but Nakamura again with another chair shot to Roman. And chairs flying everywhere. And just like that, McIntyre is busted open after a big boot by the OTC. And Reigns getting back inside the ring. He knows that McIntyre is down. And of course, the referee can't do anything about this because there are no DQs. That turnbuckle is exposed once again. We saw that earlier with Becky. Now Nakamura into the backbreaker there with the cover. 1, 2, no, and a kick out at 1 by McIntyre. I feel this match is taking more of a toll on McIntyre. Shades of more that like I said, I don't think he's really 100% after that last man standing match with Randy Orton. But of course, these guys in this business, they just keep going day in and day out with very little rest. So they know what's in store though for next episode of Raw, the #1 contendership. Nakamura just bringing the fight to both men now. You think that Nakamura, like I said at the beginning of this match, that Nakamura, I don't know if he could actually win, but maybe he could. And there's a spear out of nowhere to Nakamura with the cover. 1, 2, no, and Nakamura kicks out at 2.5, almost a 3. Roman can't believe his eyes that Nakamura just kicked out of a spear. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. What a night it has been here in Hotlanta, Georgia. Only one of these 3 will move on to next week, but this match still continues strong. None of them is giving up in this match. And Nakamura just being taken out by Drew McIntyre with that shoulder block from behind the lower back of Nakamura. And again, Roman being tossed like a rag doll. McIntyre on the outside with grabbing that steel chair once again. And just, wow, what the? Roman just caught the steel chair this time. But that caught McIntyre with an opportunity there. That was impressive by Roman, catching the steel chair in hand. Roman in the corner, Nakamura seizing an opportunity again with that steel chair taking out the OTC. And Drew McIntyre on his feet here from behind. But Nakamura fighting back. I mean, if Nakamura... Oh! Kinshasa! There it is! Could this be it? 1, 2... No, and McIntyre kicks out. As Roman just dropping Nakamura down to his feet. And went for that drop kick to McIntyre. The OTC fire up. Picking his next target here. And McIntyre looking for that power bomb. That spin out power bomb again into the cover here. And Nakamura making a save after the count of 1. And Nakamura. But McIntyre fighting back. Now sending Nakamura against the ropes. There's a steel chair shot to McIntyre. Roman turning the tables with the steel chair. Now what's Roman trying to do here? Taking out McIntyre with a shoulder block. Now Nakamura turning Roman inside out into the cover. This has to be it. 1, 2, no, and a kick out at 1. Nakamura doing everything he can do to put away this matchup. What is next? Who's got a trick up their sleeve in this triple threat match? I have to say this has been a banger as a match, as Sheamus would say. And McIntyre with the steel steps, but not this time. As Roman with the roll up into the cover here. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count. Almost trying to steal a victory. And Roman with the multiple clotheslines here, taking out Nakamura. And Drew went for a clothesline, but got countered in the corner. And again, the strikes by Roman. Roman got caught there. Counter. And Roman with the Superman punch. Out of nowhere, McIntyre is knocked out completely cold. And there goes Nakamura against the barricade. And Roman knows what's next. Roman Reigns seizing an opportunity. Drew McIntyre, there's a spear. And a cover. Nakamura slowly getting to his feet. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, let's go. Your OTC advances to the next episode of Monday Night Raw for an opportunity to become #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns stands tall here on Monday Night Raw, but now he awaits his opponent for next episode of Raw. If you thought this match was a banger, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat for the main event. And that's coming up next here on Monday Night Raw.
Here is your winner, the OTC Roman Reigns.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge that this is the main event. It's time to check your watches and hold on to your seats. But Seth frickin' Rollins is here. Let's go. Seth freaking Rollins, the man who teamed up with Roman Reigns at Backlash to take on the Authors of Pain in the Final Testament. Now, speaking of Karrion Kross and the Final Testament, I've been told they have been moved over to Friday Night SmackDown. But here tonight, Seth Rollins has an opportunity to face Roman Reigns next week, only if he can beat CM Punk and the Viper, Randy Orton. But what a match we just witnessed moments ago. Roman Reigns defeating Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, of course, if you were the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, you'd be watching these matches up and close. But Gunther, he is celebrating tonight his world title victory at Backlash. He is celebrating out tonight. He is not here tonight in Atlanta, Georgia.
From St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Viper, Randy
Well, you can see that Randy Orton does have his retrospective elbow pad looks here tonight. Of course, Randy Orton decided to throw the elbow pad on. I guess maybe he just following his last man standing match at Backlash against Drew McIntyre. But that won't stop him from hitting a few RKOs out of nowhere here tonight in order to move on to face Roman Reigns next episode of Raw. But I can tell you this, that I am ready for this main event. It has been a great night for Universe Mode Return here on LyonsGamez. Like I said, we're going to do our best to keep pushing through. I will do my best. I knew that this might have been the end, but never say never, like I said, and I still want to focus on the gameplays. I want to have a little bit of everything here on the channel. 2026 is going to be good, and I want to have something special with you guys here on the channel. So, for those who are into the Universe Mode series, thank you for coming back and checking this out, and hopefully we can continue this strong and have some fun and just roll with it when we can. And CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen, he's making his way to the ring here in Atlanta, Georgia. The best in the world. I know it's main event time, but it is also clobbering time. You can't see me, but I'm like so hyped up right now with this theme song. CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Like I've always said, I'm not a betting man. But if CM Punk could do the unthinkable and beat out a legendary figure in Randy Orton, and a man I in real life used to have hate with, I guess, but it seems like they're friends now, I guess. Maybe not, but CM Punk and Seth Rollins, I mean, hey, what do you know about that? But hey, CM Punk, if he can win this match, he can step one-on-one against the OTC next week on Raw. Now, you're wondering why CM Punk is on Raw. He's been brought to Monday Night Raw after Backlash. He competed for the undisputed WWE Championship at Backlash, a part of SmackDown, but now he's on Raw, so hey, why not? The best in the world is a part of Monday Night Raw now, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, over on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes is the undisputed WWE Champion. And I'll bring out the SmackDown match card at some point as well to know what happens on the return episode of that. But for now, we're just going to do Monday Night Raw and see how we do. See how we do with our return. I hope you guys do check it out. Hope you guys do enjoy. And CM Punk trying to fight back here against both men. But like I said, it's Randy Orton 100% ready for this match. Drew seemed like he was. But we know that Drew did beat Randy Orton at Backlash. Well, my question is, who is going to face Roman Reigns next episode? We also know that we have the Intercontinental Championship on the line. And we also will see the World Tag Team titles be defended next episode between the Judgment Days, Finn Balor, and JD McDonough against a surprising team. This is going to be very, very interesting, this main event. All three men just back and forth already in this early going of it. The face drop there by Rollins into the cover. And a kick out before I guess the one count. Charles Robinson did hit the one. Of course, Charles Robinson, our main event referee of this matchup. Roll up behind by Punk on Rollins, but it weren't making the save. Think of just what we're seeing in this main event. We got Seth Rollins. He wants to build the future of the WWE. He wants to get himself back in the world title scene. But in order to do so, he's got to put down two, I'd say, just legendary figures in CM Punk and Randy Orton. Of course, Randy Orton, he doesn't know how much time he's got left in his career. As we know, at the beginning of tonight's episode of Raw, John Cena has announced the John Cena Retirement Tour. And there's an angle slam. Shout out to the Kurt Angle. And that was an angle slam there by Randy Orton. What a maneuver. And now Seth Rollins has Punk, but Punk with the counter. Oh, what a maneuver there. I don't know what just happened. Elbow drop by Orton, and there's a knee strike by Rollins, that Kingslayer knee strike. But he got caught by Orton here. Orton throwing Rollins against the top rope there, and Punk going after Orton here. I know that in real life, these two had an incredible matchup at WrestleMania 27. And now, CM Punk in trouble as Orton up on his shoulders, face first across the rope. But Rollins, I just noticed Rollins brought in a kendo stick. Now, last triple threat match we just saw, we did see steel chairs. Now we're seeing kendo sticks being brought in this match. Of course, no disqualifications, no countouts, anything can happen. And Orton trying to fight back. Who will face the OTC next episode? As Punk got caught there by Orton, but again, Punk with the counter too quick for Orton. Now Punk sending Rollins in the corner there. Here come the clotheslines by Punk. And then followed by a back suplex. Orton with the kendo stick going after Punk and taking out Punk with the kendo stick. And again, Orton, oh, did you see that kendo stick just exploded in the hand of Orton? And now working the armbar here by Orton. No rope breaks either. Referee doesn't have to call a rope break as this match continues. And then Dagger there by Rollins to Orton and Punk from behind with the drop kick. No counter there. And again, back and forth Punk. Looking for a suplex, taking out Rollins. And I want to congratulate once again Becky Lynch for defeating Rhea Ripley here tonight to become the new Women's World Champion. That was a very impressive matchup earlier tonight. Will we see a new Intercontinental Champion and new World Tag Team Champions next episode? As Rollins still laying inside the ring, Orton being sent against the steel step there by Punk, trying to take him out of the equation. And Punk looking for a cross body, but no cigar on that one. Maybe John Cena was in this match. I couldn't see him. So much is happening right now in this match as all three men on the outside. But of course, Charles Robinson can only just watch in. He can't count out any of these individuals. CM Punk has a hold of Rollins against the barricade. Now Rollins Orton had a hold of Punk there. Excuse me. All three men by the steel steps here. There's a power slam to Punk. Now Rollins, again with Orton here, into the steel steps. Now Rollins just being very impressive here right now. But Punk on his feet going after Rollins here. And a springboard clothesline taken out. The Architect. The Visionary, the Revolutionary. And CM Punk with the suicide dive there, taking out Orton. I was looking at Rollins in the corner there, but in the corner of my eye, I saw Punk with that suicide dive. Trying to throw the chair at Orton. Whoa. I don't know what the hell that was. Punk was looking for a drop kick while it looked like Rollins was looking for a curb stomp. Now Orton, clothesline in the corner. And then from behind, clothesline to the back of the neck. Punk on his feet, And a massive uppercut by Orton. As Orton working Punk in the center of the ring with him holding his neck there. Will he tap out? No. Rollins trying to get himself back in this match too. Orton sending Punk against the rope there. All three men again just tied up here in the center of the ring. Punk watching in. Taking a second, and Punk playing it dirty here. Exposing that turnbuckle. Now Orton's busted open. Orton's busted open. Referee doesn't have to do anything with that exposed turnbuckle in this match. What a night it's been with exposed turnbuckles, I can say. Now Punk going after Orton. Orton with the suplex. Now Rollins going after Orton. And again, there's Orton going into that exposed turnbuckle. Now Orton from behind has a hold of Rollins up on his shoulders. But Rollins with the counter. Rollins trying to stand his ground here. The Punk back inside the ring. Like I said, with a triple threat match, it's hard to call, man, because you got also, especially in this match, if you're whoever you are, like say Orton, you gotta watch. You have to have eyes on the back of your head as well. He was focusing on Punk. Rollins is behind him there. But of course, Orton trying to do everything he can to stand his ground. And there's another suplex taking out Punk. Now Orton, the only one standing, going for a cover on Punk here. Could this be it? One. And a kick out at one. Now Orton has a hold of Rollins, but changed his mind. Went for that suplex instead. Orton got tripped there by Rollins, and then a knee strike. Oh, and that sling blade by Rollins. Counter after counter after counter. Now what is Rollins thinking on the outside? Looking for yet another kendo stick, but Orton just ate a drop kick by Punk. There's a kendo stick, but Punk caught it. Punk with the kendo stick now, going after Rollins. And now Rollins busted open. Rollins down in the corner. And Punk looking for the GTS on Orton, but Orton caught him. Punk was looking for the GTS, but RKO out of nowhere. But he's pinning Punk. He could have pinned Rollins. Rollins is still down. Go after Rollins there, Orton. I mean, this match could have been it if Orton pinned Rollins. We could have seen Randy Orton and Roman Reigns next episode. There's another drop kick. Did that cost Orton though? Is Rollins trying to get himself back in this match? Punk going after him. Back in the corner. Went for that knee strike, no connection. And Rollins with the chop slaps and the strikes. There's Orton again going after Rollins. But Rollins fired up here. You can see the welts on the back of Rollins. Roll up by Punk here. And a save made by Orton. My goodness, what a matchup. What a night, what a main event. The OTC watching backstage who his opponent will be for next episode of Raw, who will become the #1 contender for Gunther's World Championship at Money in the Bank. CM Punk, almost a near 3 count. Punk could have had this match won there. As Rollins caught Punk here, has a hold of him, sending him into the corner. You can see that exposed turnbuckle still, but of course, like I said, Charles Robinson doesn't have to do anything about it in this main event. But Orton will drop in Rollins on it, and got caught by a suplex there into the cover. Is this it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 1, and Rollins getting back to his feet. And Rollins out of nowhere paying a payback to Orton with the curb stomp after the RKO. This time pinning Orton. 1, 2. No, and Orton fights out. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anyone kick out of a curb stomp just like that, but taking out Rollins on the outside, sending Rollins into the steel steps. Punk. What is Punk doing here? With a roll up to Orton, trying to steal the victory. 1, 2. No, and a kick out of 2 by Orton. Now Punk sending Orton into the corner. And Punk going after Rollins with a kick to the head. And a running drop kick to Orton. Punk is on his feet by himself here. Now sending Orton to the outside. Going after Rollins as Orton still on the outside. There's a forearm by Rollins. Now they can focus one-on-one here. Orton slowly trying to get to his feet, I think. There's a drop kick there again by Punk. Now Punk going up top. With a diving knee to Rollins. Orton went for that clothesline, but Punk dodged him because he's focusing on Rollins here. Now Orton. Rollins with the counter there, was looking for a powerbomb. And CM Punk sending Rollins to the outside, but Orton looking for a suplex. Punk countering. And Punk, wait a minute. He has him. GTS! Come on, Punk. You got this. Come on. We got this. 1, 2, 3, yes! Atlanta, Georgia is on their feet for the best in the world. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe what we are about to see next episode of Monday Night Raw. I have to give kudos to everyone in these 2 triple threat matches. But ladies and gentlemen, next episode of Monday Night Raw, we will see the OTC Roman Reigns and the best in the world, CM Punk, with the #1 contendership on the line for Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. That is a WrestleMania main event matchup next episode of Raw we are going to be witnessing, my friends. But for now, I'm gonna leave you be here with this episode of Universe Mode, this return. We'll try to do our best to keep rolling, but for now, we're gonna take things slow for a little bit. But I just want you to enjoy this first return episode. Thank you very much for tuning in to Monday Night Raw as CM Punk celebrates in the ring his monumental victory here tonight over Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Because next episode, it is a huge main event. But I hope you enjoy. And when we come back for Friday Night SmackDown, my friends, I'm going to keep saying it here as well for Universe. My name is Dan, and remember to keep gaming on.